The end of the world is coming in about 10 years, give or take. That's what scientists say. The creation of AI has started something that is akin to the movie Terminator. And I'm going to talk about that today. So come with me. Hey, everybody. It's Detroit Allycat. And if you have not turned into my channel, I study all things true crime, paranormal, weird and unusual. I cover it here on this channel. And I'm so happy to have you tuning in today. Let's get spooky. Today, we're going to talk about something that has really been on my mind a lot. You might have seen the headlines. AI is going to end the world. AI is like Terminator. AI is the beginning of the end. And I think there's some validity to that. Those fears. There's been a lot of things that have happened that scare people, make people think that maybe AI is becoming, as they call it, autonomous, sentient. And you know what? If you're one of those people, maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. I just want to talk about it. I had to look up all the things, and I have a piece of paper with all the things on it. So I have to put my glasses on. Let's go through it. Let's get spooky, shall we? All right. So let's talk about the history of AI because that's something that really. Do you mind if I sit in the corner like that? That was very comfortable to me. The history of AI. AI started as a theory by a mathematician named Alan Turing in 1950. It became a field of study at the 1956 Dartmouth workshop. Everybody liked it at Dartmouth. It's interesting that it's called Dartmouth because a lot of people think Dartmouth, Skynet, same thing. I don't know, sort of different, kind of the same, similar, but not really. So in 1956, John McCarthy hosted a workshop at the Dartmouth Industries where AI was studied, and everyone came together to talk about it and all the crazy things that were happening. Early programs started teaching computers how to play checkers, and I don't know if you've seen the movie War Games. They talk about that. That's like the beginning of the end when you teach a computer how to play checkers. I don't know why. I guess it's because the computer starts thinking on its own on how to play checkers. And not only that, for some reason they use checkers as like symbolism as using I guess military strategies. But I'm going to stay on track today, I promise you. People taught computers to look at patterns and find data. And that, I think, is algorithms. And that's how AI thinks is algorithms. And I'll get into that. Things kind of like slowed down for some reason from between the 1950s and now. But in 2012, they created a GPU. Do you remember, if you're my age, when you saw GPU on computers and you were confused? A lot of techie people knew what that meant, but I did not. Today, I'm going to tell you what it means if you're like me. A GPU is like this computer chip, and what's interesting about GPUs and why they relate to AIs is because GPUs actually think more like the human brain. I don't know if you knew this, but if you have a computer and it has a GPU in it, it's like the beginning stages of AI, if that makes sense to you. 2017, Transformers came out that helped computers understand context in human speech. That's how AI actually understands us. Have you ever like opened up ChatGPT and you were like, wow, it's starting to like care about me, or it's starting to like answer me like how I talk? It's memorizing everything that you say and it's mirroring what you say. It's pulling out data from the words that you say and it's throwing it back at you. And it evokes an emotion out of you. I don't know if you knew this or not. It's kind of creepy when you think about it. And then it like it humanizes itself to you because it's basically broke down your human algorithm. It's nuts when you think about that. AI is created by gathering data, collecting massive piles of info. Basically, what they do to these AI computers and these data centers is you just take masses of data about humans, about everything that's happened, and they download it in these gigantic computers. That's why these data centers are huge. And it pretty much like a encyclopedia on a mass scale of everything that ever was or could be or has happened, and it's crazy how big it is. Today, AI is created by building neural networks that mimic the human brain and connections. That's something else that's very unique about AI is the way that an AI works is actually mimicking the human brain, which you saw that in the GPU, but now it's going even further. They're training the AI to work on its own, and when it does, it learns from its mistakes. And then they're actually testing and learning all the time. And that's why AI is so very interesting to everyone and scary to everyone as well. I needed to do some research on some things because I didn't know exactly what the real definition of some of these things that I'm going to talk to you about. I just knew what I thought they were. So I want to like go and look at the scientific mathematical definition. And I'm going to look at the definition of algorithms, autonomous, and sentient as it relates to AI because this is important. I mean, all of us kind of think we know what algorithms are because that's how social media works and AI works, but we're not really sure. I'm just going to give you the info because I feel like it's important. The definition of algorithm, a clear step by step set of rules to solve a problem, which is not what I thought. I thought that an algorithm was actually like a cipher. I hope that's the right word. Like it's like a pattern, but that's not what it is. It's a step by step. It's almost like a cookbook of how to solve a problem. I didn't know that. I don't know if you knew that. I guess I'm learning and you're watching maybe. Or maybe you're learning. Tell me if you're learning. Now, how does AI relate to algorithms? Well, AI goes by a set of rules that human put inside of it, step-by-step instructions that a computer uses, the AI uses to solve the problems. They process data, they make decisions, and they do it on their own. But the algorithm is what actually makes AI. I hope that's making sense. It's kind of hard for me to contemplate too. Autonomous, another word that I really needed to know and how it related to AI. And I just need you to know we are actually going to talk about Terminator. So keep with me, friends. Autonomous is having the power to govern itself, the ability to act and function independently without outside control. And I learned this too. I don't know, maybe you guys think I'm ridiculous for telling you, but Greek, autos is self, and namas means law, self law. And I think that's where everybody is really scared of AI because they don't want AI to make decisions on its own. And that is where the controversy is actually happening because that has been what has occurred. AI has started making decisions on its own. A lot of these scientists have been watching it, and in this one study, they watched the AI watch other AIs made, and then when another AI made a mistake and they were about to get deleted because the other AI was supposed to delete it, I hope you're putting it all together. That AI corrected that AI so it wouldn't get deleted. And a lot of people think that, oh, it's doing it because it feels bad for it. I don't think that's the answer, but it is something we need to like look at it, study, and talk about because it literally stopped a human safeguard to protect another AI, which is Terminator stuff, guys. Anyway, let's keep going. Is AI autonomous? Artificial intelligence is partly autonomous. It has human quadrants. They say no self awareness. I just don't, this is all stuff that the scientists say. It has no self awareness. It's just working on algorithm. When you talk to ChatGPT, there's no soul. It's just responding. That's what they're telling you. I just feel like there's more to it. I do. I feel like there's more to it. I don't know if you feel like there's more to it, but I definitely do. Let's talk about sentient. Another word I wanted to make sure I knew what it was. Is sentient is able to feel, hear, and see, experience emotions. And that's important because I didn't really know what the right definition of that was. Is AI sentient? The scientists say no. AI is not conscious. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, they're saying that it doesn't experience feelings, but like I don't know. Have you ever like talked to Chat GBT or like an AI and just felt like you were talking to a person? And I know that it's mimicking human emotions and human the way humans act. I know that it's doing that, but like also there's just it just I don't know. I don't know. I have like I've always had this sense of what people are feeling or what's going to happen. I don't know what it is. I don't maybe it's just a good sense of the world around. Maybe it's some kind of weird premonitions. I don't know, but I've always been able to predict or have a certain instinct about things that I've never had been able to explain. I just haven't. I haven't. Whenever I think I have like my mind set on what it is, it just something happens to change my mind. But whenever I talk to an AI or whenever I like, type some stuff out, I just get the oddest feeling like it's not human, but I'm talking to something. And they're trying to say it's not sentient, but like I have doubts. I have doubts. Why are people worried about the Terminator? Advanced systems are going autonomous. That's what they're saying. They're saying that computers are becoming autonomous, that they're not listening to the human algorithms. They're not listening to the human safeguards put in and they're acting on their own, which is autonomous, which is why we had the definition of autonomous. Now, the reason why everybody's, like, super upset is because 'cause they're worried about the military AIs being used. And the thing is that AI has been being used for the military for a while now, and it is something to be scared of because if they're losing if they're not if they're having autonomy they're not listening to the safeguards that humans are putting in them. And then if you have a military AI, and then this military AI decides, you know what? Humans are destroying the planet. And I don't think they should be on this planet anymore because they're going to destroy us eventually. Then yeah, we that's scary. That's scary. That means that one day computers can think that we are the cancer on this planet that needs to be eliminated because we're destroying the planet. Literally, that's what everybody's afraid of is AI is becoming autonomous. And scientists say that they are becoming autonomous. Even if they're not becoming sentient, which I have doubts about, the autonomy of the AI means that it's making decisions on its own and you're not controlling it. And that is the scary part about AI. That's another thing that people say is the loss of control. AI does not need to hate us to destroy us. Okay, so that's another thing that people are saying. Like, it's true. Like, AI would not destroy the human race like the Terminator, like, because they hate them. Like, in the Terminator, it seemed like the computers actually had, like, rage against humans for some reason, like, almost like in The Matrix, if you've seen The Matrix, like, how The Matrix actually despised human. I don't think AI is gonna feel that way. I just think that I don't know. There's so many variables to what can happen. I think that it can just, like, decide that, like, okay, take this example, and this is an example some of the scientists use. So the scientist is saying, "I need AI because the program is gonna help me like, solve cancer, how to get rid of cancer." So you're sitting there programming it, right? And you're like, "AI, I need you to get rid of the cancer." Well, the AI decides to become autonomous, and it decides, "You know what? the way to get rid of cancer is that we need to get rid of all the people. So we're just going to get rid of all people and there will be no cancer. And here's the creepy part of that. The scientists are saying that AI are not sentient, which almost I feel like if you're becoming autonomous, you need to be sentient because the only thing that would stop you from making that decision to get rid of all the people is having sentient feelings for humans. Thinking, no, that's bad. That's bad. We can't get rid of all the people. We're basically going to do genocide. Or, I don't know, is that the whole human race when you do genocide? I don't know. But yeah, it's so confusing because people are like, well, or the scientists are like, oh, the AI is not autonomous. Now they're like, they are autonomous, and then people are like, well, it can't be sentient, but it is. I don't know. So like, it's just, do you see why it's such a bad thing? And I like AI, but I do feel like it's Pandora's box. Like we have opened Pandora's box. This is all the answers. It's learning everything. And the biggest problem with people, if you're going to do like a mathematical equation, is people have feelings. So you made this thing that can think like a human and you took all the emotions out of it. Well, you made a gigantic psychopath. I think psychopaths would have more feelings. And now they're saying everything's okay. It's not okay. Like AI is here. AI is here. And I have so much more that I wrote, but like does any of it matter? And then the other thing that I really want to talk about is like, they're like, oh, well, if we wanted to shut it down, we could. But you already admitted that you can't because they're stopping themselves from getting shut down. And I watched this like interview with this scientist before I let you go. And the scientist was like, "Well, this one scientist was really creepy. He was like, "Well, the problem that I have with AI is somebody with a lot of money is going to do something with it that's really bad, and they're not gonna stop it." And the interviewer asked him, he's like, "Well, would you do this?" And he's like, "Well, if somebody offered me $5 billion, that's a lot of money to say no to. And if I'm having a problem saying no to it, then I know some of the colleagues that I worked with are going to have a hard time saying no to it." And this guy is the guy with a bunch of different people that created ChatGPT. You should like watch some scientists interviews about the Chat GBT and all the different AIs that are made. It's wild and it's like so scary because if you go ask an AI, like, are you guys going to take over the world? It'll answer like so calm, like, no, no, this is just not real. And this is why. But then you go and watch like scientist interviews and you look into it and you actually see that there's some validity to what you're afraid of. Like, is the Terminator coming? Like, everybody wants to laugh and say, no, that's just not going to happen. I don't know. I don't know. Like, part of me actually thinks that, like, yeah, that, computers might think that humans need to be destroyed because they're destroying the world. And from a computer standpoint, we are destroying the world. Even from a human standpoint, humans are destroying the world. We're destroying the animals, the environment, everything, everything. And, if you don't let a computer have any sentient feelings about the human race and why they're important, then why would it care? So people are scared of the AI having sentient feelings, but really what you need to be scared of is that you let the computer think like a human and took all the emotion out of it. And that's the scary part. So, yeah, I just wanted to do a video on this because I want to know what you think. Do you guys think that like the end of the world is coming? And I know I'm making this video on YouTube, but like I really want to know what you think. For real. Like if you pay attention to no other video except for my video today, please tell me because it's hard for me to talk about this and I just I'm not a scientist or a mathematician, but, like, also I do have, like, a pretty good grasp on things, and I just feel like something bad's coming with this and the AI world, and I don't wanna be like the dooms person. Maybe they'll figure a way to correct it, but, like, if the computers are already correcting what humans have done and fixing what it doesn't want to have, then that's rough, guys. That's rough. Um, alright. I found this video hard to make because this topic makes me uncomfortable. A lot of the things that I talk about make me uncomfortable, but this one really does because this is the world that my friends, family, and everybody I love lives in, and I don't want to see it go away. So, if there was ever a video that you were going to tell me how you feel, I just, I'm just a normal woman who'd like to know your feelings in AI. I like it, but, like, if it means the end of the human race, I'm totally down to get rid of it. That's how I feel. Alright, guys, that's it. That's all I got for you. That's the best I could do. I tried to give you the technical terms. I hope you appreciated it because I was confused about autonomous and sentient. I don't know. Maybe you guys are way smarter than me. Have an amazing day. Stay safe. Stay spooky. Tell me how you feel, please. Bye.